Okay, hi. So the Hangout has crashed, but I'm recording this video so you'll still be able to see the actual writing process. So hopefully we can get things back up live. Until then, this will have to do. I'm currently coming to the end of the prologue. It hasn't been an especially productive day because I've been trying to get the video working properly, but hopefully I can get things going. I can't promise to be entertaining the entire time. Okay. If it weren't for the genius that is Rebecca Woodhead, I wouldn't have even thought of doing this. Hopefully, I'll probably be splitting this video up a bit, just so everything goes up the way it's supposed to. So there'll probably be a few videos of this writing, but if she or anyone else from Google can get back to me about the crashed Hangout, it's possibly a problem with the computer, then I can get back live. Anyway, I have to try to focus on this because every little hiccup has disturbed me. I'm going to get some water. Drinking it a Kermit all day. Okay, so infinite perils and all that. Back to writing the book. So this is Balor Reborn, in case I forget to put a title on the video. Hoping to get it done in a week. So honestly, these hiccups at the start of the week are a bit of a problem, but sure, we'll see what happens. Okay. Rebecca Woodhead here telling me just keep writing. If we still don't know what's going on, but she knows a little bit more about Google than I do, so also she's not the one on camera, so it does make things easier. Okay, possibly the worst prologue ever because of too much panic on my end. Keep writing. I apologize if this is dreadfully boring. I've moved on to chapter 1, and it's actually a part where I get to write about the character I wanted to write about, because the prologue is introducing the actual scenario of the book. So hopefully I can get more work done now that I'm actually interested in this part. I have to rewrite the prologue anyway, it's a bit terrible, but I'll get feedback from my friend Ian on it. Anyway, keep going. I've got the original computer I was doing the Hangout through over here, so just trying to see if anything's actually happened. Because it's so early, most people wouldn't be attempting to do a Hangout. So there's no other people complaining that they can't get in. Could just be me. Still have a video up on my website just explaining that the Hangout has crashed. Sure, it's Google. They know what they're doing, I'm sure. Especially Chi, he is kind of a genius. I'm sure you've heard a lot about the Hangouts, even if you haven't gone into them. There was word, I can't even remember when I last saw it, but of trying to integrate sign language into Hangouts. I think it was in one of the early Hangouts when my audio wasn't working in them at all. And people were talking about how great it'd be if you could just for deaf people they could sign through the camera, because obviously they wouldn't need the microphone to communicate, they just need to have the video, and because it's a group function they could have group conversations. And obviously the boxes are quite small, but I think Google they're probably working on some way of making it more sign language friendly so that people can communicate more easily. And it'll be exciting to see how it works. But I've only got the Hangout that started to crash, which was doing perfectly well beforehand. My audio was actually back working on it. It was my computer, not Google, that was doing that. I still don't understand why it wasn't working, but that's why I used my mom's computer first. Okay. I've been making jokes about English literature and this, because I study English literature in college. So I've somebody told me he wasn't supposed to know what everything meant, which is it's essentially the truth. When you're studying English, you're not really. The lecturers expect you to read the books, but if you don't know what they mean for you to know, it's not really the end of the world. It's sort of like just read the book, read the notes, and try come up with something. And I think I nearly make things up for my answers in the exam sometimes, but pays off. Oh. to 17 minutes on this. I'll probably break this at 25 minutes so that I don't frighten Google on YouTube. I should really stop looking at the different social networking sites. They're not really going to give me many answers towards the book. So yeah, what I had originally recorded in the Hangout was what I'd planned for actually writing this, but that recording has disappeared along with the Hangout. Probably because I lost my connection at some stage. But sorry, I have my bathroom sign there. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, nature's call, so I've got to go, but I'll be back soon to get on with the show. I thought it was clever, but you know, that's just me. But yeah, so I'd been challenged to write what is called a circu about Balor Reborn, which is the book I'm writing, where it's like a haiku, but you can start on any line, and you know, you can just read it in a circle. And it's supposed to make perfect sense. They're surprisingly difficult. I tried to write one this morning, because I have to do everything for this project, you know, this week, but it was too difficult to do while I was frustrated. So we'll see what happens. This isn't the music for starting this video. So I currently have a song stuck in my head. I think it's called The Aliens. It was with sorry, it was with the Cake Sale album, which was to raise money for some charity of some sort. I can't remember because I borrowed it from my brother, so I didn't quite get to look at the cover. I just sort of, I say borrowed, I stole it without asking him, because I liked the sound of it. Okay, just backing up the file. Yeah, what's that for now? Just me and the book. Yeah, so I've left this song stuck in my head, and it's not really doing me much good because it is nothing like the book. If I had some sort of Irish music that I could play by this, you know, public domain, I would. Unfortunately, I can't really play any music because I don't own the rights to it. I know, I'd rather YouTube didn't remove this for breaching copyright. Okay. Maybe here till 10 o'clock tonight, I think. I've got my plan over here, so I'm just trying to see what I'm supposed to do. because I have a second character somewhere. Oh, okay, he doesn't come until the next chapter. I will look at this because I keep looking at Google Plus there. The less I see on the screen, the better. Okay, it's one less distraction. The thing with this book is I'm trying to bring an old Irish myth to modern Dublin, and rather than just completely mythologize. That's not even a word. I think you know what I mean. Rather than just trying to turn everything into the myth, I need to establish the modern Dublin around the character, because the point is that he was a normal person, and then this happens to him. And if you don't know, it's the myth of Balor of the Evil Eye that I'm basing this on. Some parts more loosely than others, but Balor was an evil tyrant back in Ireland, but in a myth he was a giant, and he had a single eye. When he got so old, they had to attach hooks to his eyelids, and a few people would have to pull it open with ropes, and the story went that only his grandson could kill him, which certainly means you're not going to let a grandson stay alive. So he locked his daughter away, and before she could be killed or the baby taken away and killed, a member of the Two-Headed Danann, which are kind of considered old Irish gods, took the child away to keep him safe, and he grew up to be a hero called Lugh, L-U-G-H, or L-U-Fada, depends on which way you're spelling it. But I'm not having Lugh in my story because I thought calling a character Lugh, as in the modern day spelling of it, L-O-U, would look weird on the page, especially particularly in Ireland, because nobody calls their children Lugh, and I didn't want to call them Lewis, so I called him Fionn and named after a different Irish hero, Fionn McCool, and I even gave him a reason for being called Fionn. He has blonde hair and he was left without a name at an orphanage, so they named him after his hair colour essentially, which makes perfect sense for some people, especially if you're crazy. And not to give too much away, but the people who ran the orphanage weren't exactly sane, and you'll understand what that means if you ever read the book, which I should probably get back to writing. that's how I link up to a different book. I plan on making this at least a trilogy, but I mean there are so many different Irish myths that I could actually modernise. Some of them bigger, some of them smaller. I mean most people haven't heard of Balor, so I can have a bit of fun with this. Oh, I've got a post here. One thing I never asked is if everyone gets notifications in the group if somebody does something, and it is possible that they do. Okay, I'm at 27 minutes, so I'm going to stop recording and then start recording and then stop again at lunchtime when I'll try to get the hang up back up. So there'll be another video after this.